Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel we post writing tips, unboxings, book hauls, reviews and the occasional vlog. And today I have another book review for you, and it is Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell. This might be quite a short review. Hamnet. This book was Waterstone's Book of the Year quite a few years ago now. And I've had it on my shelf for ages, so I'm trying to get through some of the books I've had on my shelf for a long time. So I finally read it. I don't have the physical copy anymore because I lent it out to my family. I actually gave it to them, and you'll see why at the end of this review. It's going to be quite a short review, which you'll also see why at the end of this. But, oh god, yes, I need to actually get you guys the blurb, don't I? Oh dear. This should be spoiler free because if you're reading Hamnet, you probably know the history of Shakespeare, which is what Hamnet is about. I will keep it to a minimum. Let me read you guys the blurb once I find it. So this is the Waterstone's Book of the Year for 2020 and was the winner of the Women's Prize for Fiction in 2020. A stunning new departure for Maggie O'Farrell's fiction, Hamnet is the heart-stopping story behind Shakespeare's most famous play. On a summer's day in 1596, a young girl in Stratford-upon-Avon takes to her bed with a fever. Her twin brother Hamnet searches everywhere for help. Why is nobody at home? Their mother Agnes is over a mile away in the garden where she grows medicinal herbs. Their father is working in London. Neither parent knows that one of the children will not survive the week. Hamnet is a novel inspired by the son of a famous playwright. It is a story of the bond between twins and a marriage pushed to the brink by grief. It is also the story of a kestrel and its mistress, a flea that boards a ship in Alexandria, and a glovemaker's son who flouts convention in pursuit of the woman he loves. Above all, it is a tender and unforgettable reimagining of a boy whose life has been all but forgotten, but whose name was given to one of the most celebrated plays ever written. So the play it's talking about is Hamlet, just in case you don't know. And that is where Shakespeare says he learnt about grief, which is how he wrote Hamlet. Let me read you guys some quotes. On page 152, "You must not fret. You and I are to have 2 children, and they will live long lives." Oh dear, the foreboding. Page 157. His mind is traversed for a moment by an image of her body in its current astonishing shape. As he saw it last night, limbs, neat ribcage, the spine, a long indent down the back, a cart track through snow, and then this perfectly rounded sphere at the front, like a woman who had swallowed the moon. How beautiful is that description of a pregnant woman? I found that really, really beautiful. Page 213. "I won't say goodbye," she says, keeping her voice steady. "Neither will I. I won't watch you walk away. I'll walk backwards," he says, backing away, "so I can keep you in my sights." Oh, the romance. Now, I have a story about this. So, this is Shakespeare going to London for the first time and how he says goodbye to Agnes, his partner. Now, the story I have is my mom actually visited not long after I finished reading Hamnet, and I told her about this quote, and she said that she actually saw this happen in real life, not with Shakespeare, but when she was at uni in London, she said that one of her friends was saying goodbye to a partner, and he said this, if I just want to say goodbye, so he walked backwards. Now, of course, it being real life and not in a book, he walked backwards straight into a bin and fell into the bin, which obviously meant everyone else was just laughing their heads off. So if you want the realistic version of walking backwards because you don't want to say goodbye to your partner's face, there it is. And my final quote is page 214. "She walks back more slowly the way she came. How odd it feels to move along the same streets, the route in reverse, like inking over old wounds, her feet the quill, going back over work, rewriting, crossing. Partings are strange. It seems so simple. 1 minute ago, 4, 5, he was here, at her side. Now he is gone. She was with him, she is alone. She feels exposed, chill, peeled like an onion." I thought that was really beautiful also. Now that is all of my quotes for this book, which is partly why it's spoiler free. It's very beautifully written, but there were flaws for me. So let's go to my review template. So enjoyment, I gave it 6 out of 10 due to the following things that will become clear with the other reasons, but you know how it's going to end because we know what happens to Hamnet, so it's not a surprise. I actually found the start of the book the most interesting, then it kind of tailed off for me. It deviated a wee bit. So, writing style, 9 out of 10. It is written very beautifully. Plot, I give it 7 out of 10. Why do we diverge to the flea? Why is that a thing? It felt not needed, it slowed it down. A lot of things in it slowed the pace of the story for me. We already know the end, so slowing it down didn't help the intrigue for me. World building, I gave it 10 out of 10. It's a real place, it's a real house, it's a real history, and you could feel that. Characterization, 10 out of 10. I could tell everyone apart and everything. Representation, 5 out of 10. I mean, it's an old story. Maggie O'Farrell is working with what was there at the time and feel that representative. And originality, I gave it 7 out of 10. I mean, it's the story of history. It's a historical fiction. I don't read much historical fiction. It won so many awards, and I think that's part of the problem. I had it on a pedestal, and it just didn't do that for me. So overall, that gave it a 54 out of 70 on marks, which made it a 3-star read for me, so 3 out of 5 stars. It's written really, like, so superbly, but it felt so bland, and I don't know why. I apologize for people who raved about this book. I mean, it won so many awards. I should be raving to you right now. It just didn't have it for me. It was 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you'd like to see as soon as I upload, click that little bell down below. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook and Tumblr. I post my bookish pictures as well as my writing tips and unboxings on there. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye!